Okay guys, we are getting ourselves into the second game of the day. It is going to be Ferroxide playing versus Team Enigma's own Dreadnought, one of the support players who has told me himself that he's absolutely terrible at playing solo mid. So we will see how this goes, but as far as the bracket goes, as we've already seen today, spoiler alert if you've not watched the games and you're watching this on YouTube, Shu successfully defeated Salty Dan in the first game, and he in the second round will be going up against Ishigo, who defeated A4. And in the last game we did see a Shadow Fiend versus Pudge matchup coming out, and I hate to tell you guys, but it's the same one coming out once more. We did have Temporary Assassin versus Queen of Pain in this matchup as well, which Dreadnought decided he didn't want to play that matchup at all. It is very even matchup. I find like Temporary Assassin having, she gets a bit more killing power if she can catch the Queen of Pain off guard, but Quap can use the Shadow Strike on TA provided it doesn't get disjointed, and has a lot more burst, but again it's taking their refraction to do it. And on the other pick we had Storm Spree going up against Tinker, which Ferroxide didn't want to play. Both heroes really having a lot of killing power, but Storm, once he's level 6, he has the advantage in the game then. Tinker has to win the game before Storm hits level 6 basically. And we have a quick look at the rules again. So it's no Star Rings, no Bottle Crawls, no neutrals of any kind. Everyone gets 150 at the start of the game for the Walking Courier, and the matchups are randomly determined. Both players did a veto secretly. Total switch ones they didn't want to play, and then we tossed a coin to see who was on which team. So now we're going to get ourselves into the game real quick. So I just reply in chat, but yep, we're going to get ourselves into the game now. At the moment I'm not sure why Ferroxide is in a team called Team Toby. I'm sure he'll tell us later on, but he's going to be playing on the Shadow Fiend on the Radiant, and there's a picture of Toby on the floor.
Prepare for battle.
Oh dear, Ferroxide. And on the other side we have Dreadnought coming out from Team Enigma. He's bought himself a courier, so will he perform better than A4 did, or will Ferroxide not perform as well as Ishigo did in this matchup? And that's a nice greedy Greevil that Ferroxide has himself there. But let's have a look at his side on him. So he's really taking some time to think about this one. He's got himself 2 branches, he's got the normal regen. Dreadnought though, he's gone for no branches also. He's going to have a little less last hitting power in this early game, but he's got plenty more regen, so 1 clarity for that extra hook power. He's got 2 salves as well as 3 tangos. And Ferroxide's still thinking about his items. He's going to go for double slippers, so 46 damage coming from him, 55 coming out from Dreadnought, and that's going to make it a little close. But providing that Ferroxide can get these early last hits, he should be able to control this mid lane.
30 seconds to battle.
As I said, I saw it in the last game, and again, spoiler alert, Ishigo did win. He on the Shadow Fiend, he got the first blood fairly early. The banners, I didn't even see the banners, so there's some more Toby face. Thanks, Ferroxide, for putting Toby1 all over the live stream. Yeah, big shout out to Toby1, who's going to have his flag featured in this game apparently. And Ferroxide just going to put that ward on the high ground already.
Battle begins for good.
So Dreadnought won't have seen this one because it is outside of the true vision range of the tower. Shout out to Holy Cupcake if you are watching. Shout out to you, buddy, as well as everyone who's checking out the live stream. It's good to have you with us as we get ourselves into the third game of the day. It's Ferroxide versus Dreadnoughts. Ferroxide from Team Toby and Dreadnought from Team Enigma. So here we go. Creep's going to get in the centre and Ferroxide immediately backing off. Dreadnought should be able to control this lane in the early. Swing that hook, so 1-0 going his way so far. Doesn't want Ferroxide to get any last hits. You basically, whenever you're playing against a Shadow Fiend in lane, I have no ability to do this at all because for some reason I can never beat Shadow Fiend in lane. But now you're going to have a ring around the creeps. Ferroxide is going to get slowed by the rod, but Dreadnought is only level 1, so no follow-up hook to come. And that is actually what we saw in the last game as well. We saw A4 going full aggressive with the rod, hooking Ishigo, but then he died to the tower as he went a little too far, and Ishigo managed to get the healing salve off. And now Ferroxide, guessing he was watching the last game, so he should know about the healing salve trick as well. Can salve up through rod apparently, which is something that we didn't know. But it's 0-1 on Ferroxide so far, going 4 for 2 on Dreadnought. Dread just going to cancel the hook. He's going to hit it! Nice short range hook, but he's going to walk straight into the tower. Dreadnought, there goes the salve, but it doesn't work this time, and that's going to be first blood going away for Dreadnought. So I have absolutely no idea why the salve worked last game. Apparently, just, I don't know, he might have walked out the rod, but that's going to be first blood going away at Pudge. And this is how volatile this matchup can be. Pudge completely controlled in the CS early on, and then he gets that level 1 hook on top of Dreadnought, and he's able to run him to death. But at the same time, if Ferroxide gets that early level of farm, then he will really win this game. But Dread Knight, he needs to keep this momentum going that he's just creating for himself and get another kill on the Shadow Fiend. And he should be able to control this one. And again, but now Pudge has the advantage. Ferroxide's just hit level 2 and Dread Knight's getting close to level 4. And as this is bottle flying out, it will be the bottle coming out for Dread as well. Whereas Ferroxide, look at how defensive he's been. He just doesn't want to get hooked in this match at all. And Dread's just going to walk straight in front of the Great Wave and say, just come out and try and farm. See what happens. But the rune is going to be bottom. It's going to be an invis, and this is something that Dread definitely would want to pick up. Neither player has vision of the runes at all this game. As you can see, there's only one ward being dropped on the map, and that will be by Ferroxide. He's going to get himself an invis rune, so if anything, he will get this invis rune and sit himself inside of XP range, try and get himself some levels as best as he can do. But at the same time, he's losing a lot of XP to pick up that rune, and we've hit the bottle. It wasn't really worth him going down for. He could have tried just using the long range raise to get a couple of these assets, but choosing not to do so. And then Dreadsight with a big advantage. He's going to be able to afford his boots in 15 gold. And you can't actually tell because of the way that Shadow Fiend's model looks, but Ferroxide was actually invis there for the last second before he threw out the last hit. And there's a raise just sitting on Dread Knight, who's still controlling the lane, by the way. So it's 1 to 2 coming out from Shadow Fiend in terms of last hits and denies. 2 for 2 now. Whereas Dread Knight, he's got himself 10 for 6. So we only have 10 bonus damage coming out for the Shadow Fiend with those 5 souls of Necromastery. Really trying to get as many denies as possible. Doesn't want to walk too close in front of the tower, as we saw last game. Towers can do a lot of damage, and Dread Knight would be happy to hook Ferroxide on the tower. We've got a level 3 hook now, and in fact, he's just going to walk himself into Rage Creep, and this is Ferroxide's death. This should be the death of him anyway. The rock coming a little late from Dread Knight. He's going to try and right-click him down, but he's going to take a lot of damage from the tower. Right-click him, Dread Knight, and that will be the game. 2-0 going away of Dread Knight. He's actually going to fall to the tower. But GG, Ferroxide. Yep, Ferroxide will be knocked out of the tournament, and Dread Knight from Team Enigma will get himself through to the next game. Stay tuned, guys. In the next match coming up, we do actually have Karma versus Paul G. Should be a good one to watch. But you'll find out what the matchups are when we get ourselves into that game. But for now, just stay tuned to the live stream for more 1v1 action.